swear to God.
She swears to dog.
So does Charlie Brown. Okay, this isn't right yet. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
It is about the EPCOT Taste of Food and Wine Festival, which is ending soon. It's ending November 22nd, so I wanted to get our video up about it. So if you wanted information on it, you're going to get to experience it in EPCOT. I mean, it's all the festivals pretty much are in EPCOT, I think. But it's in EPCOT, and it's food and wine. So, and there's still some stuff that was left over from Flower and Garden. They still have merchandise from Flower and Garden, I believe.
Including the orange bird shake.
Yes, and that's one of the things we got was the orange creamsicle shake.
Which is really good.
And it tasted
FYI.
exactly like an orange creamsicle does. So I wanted to tell you first, too, we put up our video last week for our Remys Ratatouille Hide and Squeak for 2020. And it's this little card that you can buy. And then you go find Remy and put your stickers in the book. And if you want to check out our video on it, it's right here. But it was fun. It's part of Food and Wine Festival, and I highly recommend it if it's something that you want to do.
And it comes with stickers.
Yeah. It has 4 extra stickers this year.
I still want them to put on my headphones.
She did. She still wanted them to put on her headphones. So now we're going to talk about the stuff that we got. Okay. The first thing we got in Brazil, which was in Brazil, was the pão de queijo. And when they're just little cheese bread. It's cheese bread. If you just tell them the cheese bread, they'll know what it is. So what did you think about the cheese bread?
Squishy.
Yeah, it was soft. It wasn't like a hard bread. It was a soft bread.
And when you tore it, it squished down.
Because it was a soft bread. They were really good. So in France, we got the Filet d'escargot à la crème. Which is
Snails and a pesto sauce.
Yes.
In a flaky crust.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pastry flaky crust. So we got the canard confit à l'orange, which is the duck à l'orange.
Orange duck.
Yeah, so it's
For those who don't speak French, orange duck.
it's duck in a very thick, because it's a confit, which is a style of how it's made, and then the orange sauce, which is a very thick orange sauce. Ours was like all the orange sauce was at the bottom, so you kind of had to like scoop it up
onto the duck.
Yeah.
Which, if you've never had duck before, which this is my first time trying it, FYI, I could not describe the flavor of the duck because I had no idea. My brain was like, I don't know what this is.
Does it taste like chicken?
No.
See, I think
Similar.
duck is less dense fowl.
Bird.
That's what I said.
You said fowl. Fowl and bird is basically the same thing, just a different word.
Again, which is what I said. I think it's a milder flavor than... That's why it goes so well with like the orange and stuff.
I don't know, it was weird.
What did you think about the snails? You
didn't have any of the snails.
You just tried the
pesto and the flaky pastry.
The pastry.
The pesto is
So
gross.
I pulled out a snail to try it because I've had escargot before, and it was very similar. They're very chewy. It's not.
I feel uncomfortable eating snails.
You should have had one.
No.
I find it similar in consistency to like oysters.
I've never had oysters either.
Yes. And the
Maybe I've had
taste,
the
because of the
escargot.
pesto just overpowered any flavor you were gonna get from the stales. You could not taste anything other than pesto. I'm not a big pesto person, so I didn't really like that as much as I was hoping I would.
Yeah, no, the pesto is.
Yeah, it was really overpowering. And then I also got the La Vie en Rose. The rosé frozen slushy. Oh, that was
And
so
it's
good.
Pink.
Yeah, because it's rosé, which is a pink wine. It's very refreshing. I was drinking it all by myself though, and
Because I'm not 21 and he doesn't drink.
I hadn't had much to eat yet, so it really hit me fast, and I had it kind of early in the morning because it was one of the first things we did when we got there and it opened. And we didn't eat breakfast because we were anticipating eating a lot of food. And we did. We ate a lot of food in EPCOT, did we not? At least it seemed like a lot to me.
And then dinner was really good.
Mm-hmm. And then, so in Canada, we got both of them. We got the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup. With the pretzel roll.
So that was really good.
It was really thick. It ended up being like, she thought it was a dip for the pretzel because of how thick it was. She was like, the pretzel dip. And I was like, no, it's soup.
I'm like, what?
I was like, no, it's soup. And she's like, no, it's a pretzel dip.
It's a dip.
It was really thick. I'm not used to soup being that thick.
I was like,
right? Like,
because she was sitting there eating it with a spoon, and I'm like, why are you eating the dip with a spoon?
It's soup, not pretzel dip. And then the Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon with truffle butter sauce. I love filet mignon, and it was probably because it had been sitting for a while, because we took this stuff into the
I don't like filet mignon.
yeah, but you're nuts. We took this stuff into the center area and with the festival, where the inside booth, because we were getting a bunch of stuff in there too. And so it had gotten cold, and it was sitting, and it wasn't as good as I was hoping for, and it probably could have been if it was hot and we ate it right away. But it was still really good. I thought it was really tender. It was a little overcooked for filet mignon for me.
I
But
don't like pink in my
yeah,
meat.
you're nuts.
If there's blood in it, I will not eat it.
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Yes,
I am
you are.
perfectly sane. I do not want to consume blood.
Yeah, she's not crazy. She's just a little unwell.
You're crazy.
I love that song.
So we went in the festival favorites and got, which is inside the indoor area. We got the kielbasa and potato pierogi with caramelized onions and sour cream.
That was before I got in there, right?
No,
Because I was getting my shake.
we were waiting for you, and then I went and got that, and then I brought it back to the table, and then I went and got the champagne and the nitro cake pop while you went and got the mac and cheese.
Oh, right. Mac and cheese was really good.
So in the desserts and champagne booth, we got the liquid nitrogen cake pop and the Dom Perignon.
Which is an expensive champagne.
Very expensive. It was $32 for this one glass of champagne. And then at the mac and cheese booth, we got the lobster mac and cheese and the gourmet mac and cheese. I actually didn't really like those all that much. I was hoping I would.
Here's my thing with the gourmet mac and cheese specifically. It says it has breadcrumbs. Okay?
There was breadcrumbs in it.
On top of it, okay? It says that there's breadcrumbs. I took a bite of it and went, I could make this at home.
It was a basic mac and cheese. I didn't like them as much as I thought I was going to.
The lobster one was a little bit better, but you had to eat the mac and cheese with a little bit of lobster it came with to make it better.
Well, yeah, it had lobster in it. And then it was sponsored by Boursin, so it was Boursin cheese. I'm not really big on Boursin cheese. Maybe that's why I didn't like it as much as I thought it could have been, because I'm not super big on the Boursin cheese.
As the resident mac and cheese expert of the group.
I still think the best mac and cheese we've ever had from Disney was the one from California Adventures.
Oh,
with
the garlic breadcrumbs. Oh,
still think that's.
I dreamt about that mac and cheese for about a month.
And we're gonna miss it again this year because it's coming up in March and it doesn't look like they'll be open. So, missed it this year because it was
California's
closed.
governor.
So, if you're listening to this, Governor Newsom, which I know you're not, open up Disneyland. Stop holding it hostage. All right. So, what was your favorite thing?
Well, I really like the pierogi.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was kind of...
And then, there was something else we had that I really liked. I can't remember what it was. But I really liked the pierogi. That was good.
Well, was it the steak we were trying to cut with the forks? We were like pulling...
Yeah, that was actually kind of funny. I mean, the filet mignon was still pretty tender because of the fact that we were able to cut it with 2 plastic forks. That was the way we separated it, was with 2 plastic forks.
Apparently I missed that because I don't remember that.
It took one like this, and just kind of like pulled it apart.
We were trying to cut it with 2 plastic forks. It was so funny.
Ugh.
I should have recorded it.
Probably.
But... All right, what was your favorite thing? The
Cake
liquid
pop.
acid. Chocolate. Need I say more?
I inhaled that thing.
She did. I got one bite.
I don't even remember seeing it.
I got 1 bite. 1.
It made it back to the table long enough for her to take a photo.
And get 1 bite. I guess I should have got another one, but I ran out of time. I had to run out and go do something. I don't know what my favorite thing was.
What about your expensive champagne?
No, I actually... I like my cheaper champagne that I buy better than I liked that. It was a Brut. I'm not big on Bruts. And I mean, I got to try it, but I actually like some of the cheaper, which actually what I get's not really champagne. It's sparkling wine. But
it's sweeter.
It's sweeter, yeah. I'm not a big... I don't really like the Bruts and the stronger stuff. I like the sweeter stuff. So I guess probably my favorite thing was
Packages tied up with strings.
no more tied up with strings. Probably the La Vie en Rose slushy and the Pau di Quijillo, the cheese bread. That was really good. I was I really did like that. We didn't have enough of it. Should have gone back and got more. It was 2 little things of bread and definitely should have got more.
Well, my other thing is technically not on this list.
What? Oh, your orange birds? Oh, yeah. So she got the orange bird shake, too. I forgot to write it down. So
Actually, we got 2 of those. We did get 2.
We did. We got 2 of the orange bird shakes.
Which you still had to get the cup for it.
So, and all this stuff...
That's when you can't get without the souvenir cup.
Nope.
And all this stuff was priced from like $5.99 to, I think the most expensive thing was my champagne, which was $32. But the average was $5.99 to $14.99 or $15.99, something like that, somewhere in there. I think the cake pop might have been $4.99. I can't remember. It was
$5 even for with M&Ms or with cookie something.
Twix.
Right.
They have Twix and M&M options or just regular. It doesn't cost
for
any
$5.
more. It doesn't cost any more to add the candy.
We just got the regular one.
We did.
You know.
Because reasons.
And it was good. I was afraid it was going to be hard because it was liquid nitrogen frozen. It really wasn't. It really started melting pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a fudgy chocolate, because it was chocolate cake with a chocolate frosting or icing or whatever covering.
And it was shaped like Mickey's head.
And they were big too. They're big. They're not small. They're not small like Starbucks cake pops. This was pretty big.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent size for $5.
And yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I will say this though, Disney needs to start selling those year round. They'll make a lot of money off.
Some stuff they only do for the Food and Wine Festival, though.
I'm just saying,
although you
they'll make
can
a
get
lot of money off of those.
That's true. You can get the cheddar and bacon soup and the filet mignon from Le Cellier year round. So if you want those, go to Le Cellier. I'm trying to think what else. I thought it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun experience. We spent pretty much our whole morning doing that while we were at EPCOT. We didn't get all the way around. We didn't get all the way around to all the food booths. I wanted to get to more, but the day was starting to wear on, and we needed to get some other stuff done.
Including some rides.
Because the park was closing early.
Yeah, everything was closing early when we were there, so we had kind of a time constraint. And we had dinner reservations at Beer Garden, which we're going to be doing a video on, so stay tuned for that. Have any questions? Ask us me in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. Hit that like for us. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And have a magical day, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video or go live. You can become a patron on our Patreon page and support Disabled Disney. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscribes. And if you haven't yet, give us a like, give us a comment, and thank you again. Click on the video in your right-hand corner to see more from Disabled Disney.